There's one thing that separates traders who catch clean trend continuations from those who keep getting stopped out on every pullback. And it's not experience, it's knowing the exact moment a pullback is actually over. What I found after talking to a ton of traders is that the reason most people jump in too early isn't impatience. It's that they're using an indicator that was never built to catch this in the first place. In this video, I'm showing you a completely different approach, one that combines a specific momentum signal with trend confirmation. So instead of guessing when a pullback is done, you actually know it. And stick around, because at the end I'll show you how to turn this entire manual strategy into a fully automated system that plots your entries for you. No coding required. Let's get into it. Alright guys, step number 1, choosing the right crypto exchange. For this strategy, we're going to be using Blowfin as our primary platform. Blowfin doesn't require mandatory KYC verification for basic trading, which means you can start trading immediately. Plus, new users can earn up to 5,000 USDT through deposit and trading volume bonuses. Now, if you want an alternative with even more trading pairs and the ability to toggle between centralized exchange features and decentralized perpetuals trading, you can use Mexi. They're offering up to 10,000 USDT in bonuses for new users right now. Both platforms work perfectly for this strategy, so choose whichever fits your needs. To sign up for Blowfin, click the first link in the description. You'll be taken to the sign up page where you simply enter your details and create an account. No KYC needed. You can start trading right away. If you prefer Mexi, use the second link below. You will need to complete quick KYC verification on Mexi, but it's fast and secure. Personally, I have accounts on both platforms depending on what I'm trading. Step number 2 is depositing funds. Let me show you how to do this quickly before we jump into the strategy. Once you're logged into your platform, click Assets at the top right, then choose Overview. Once you're on the Overview page, click on Deposit. Choose the coin you want to deposit. I recommend USDT and select the correct blockchain network. Make sure you choose the right network to avoid losing your funds. Confirm the details, then scan the QR code or copy the deposit address to transfer your funds from your wallet or another exchange. If you want to deposit using fiat currency, look for the Buy Crypto option at the top of the menu, then select Quick Buy. Choose your currency, enter the amount, select your payment method, and click Continue. Once your funds are deposited, it's time to open a position. Step number 3 is opening your first position. Hover on Futures in the top menu, then select USDT-M Futures. This will take you to the trading interface where all the magic happens. Choose the asset you want to trade in the upper left corner. For this example, I'll use Bitcoin, BTC/USDT, but this strategy works on any crypto pair. After that, select your order type, limit or market. For beginners, I recommend starting with market orders for instant execution. Next, choose your leverage type. You can use cross margin or isolated margin. Personally, I always use isolated margin because it limits your risk to only that specific position. If the trade goes wrong, you only lose what you put into the trade. You can use high leverage on these platforms, but for beginners, I recommend starting with 5 times to 10 times leverage until you're comfortable with how the market moves. Enter your trade details, confirm everything looks good, then click Buy Long or Sell Short to open your position. Once your orders fill, you can view it under the Positions tab at the bottom of the screen. Now that you know how to navigate the platform, let's move on to the actual strategy that can make you $100 per day. Now let's talk about the indicator that can change everything for you. The upgraded version of the traditional stochastic RSI is called the Stochastic Momentum Index, or SMI for short. This indicator helps you measure where the current close price is in relation to the midpoint of a recent trading range. It aims to identify momentum changes in price and provides you with insights about potential overbought and oversold conditions in the market. To add this indicator to your chart, go to TradingView. And by the way, I have my TradingView link down below in the description. If you use it, you'll get a small discount if you choose the Pro version. Select the trading pair you want to trade. In this case, I'm choosing Bitcoin against USDT. Click on the Indicators tab, type Stochastic Momentum Index, and select the one that appears. Now let me show you how to set this up properly. Click on the settings of the indicator, then click on Style, and change the color of the stochastic line to white so it's easier to see. Next, disable the 4th and 6th plot tabs and also disable the level tabs. This cleans up the chart and makes it way easier to read. This indicator consists of a few key components. First, you can see this white line called the stochastic oscillator. Its main purpose is to find the position of the current price in relation to a recent range. Then you have this red line, which is an exponential moving average, or EMA. When you compare this EMA to the stochastic oscillator, it enables the indicator to determine the beginning of bullish or bearish momentum based on the crossovers of the two lines. Next, you can see these green and red background fills. The green field at the bottom show an oversold market condition, which is created when the stochastic oscillator goes below the lower blue line. The red field at the top show an overbought market condition, which is created when the stochastic oscillator goes above the upper blue line. These blue lines are the upper and lower bands, representing the upper and lower limits of the recent price range. The upper blue line is located at the plus 40 level, and the lower blue line is at the minus 40 level. So how does this indicator work? In a bullish trend, whenever the white line, the stochastic oscillator, goes below the lower band, it indicates the weakening of a pre-existing bullish momentum. It means the market is in a pullback, and you should be careful with these pullbacks as they represent areas of potential trade entries. On the other hand, in a bearish trend, whenever the stochastic oscillator goes above the upper band, it indicates the weakening of a pre-existing bearish momentum. It's also an indication of a market pullback, and you should pay attention to these pullbacks in bearish trends as they represent areas of potential trade entries. So how can you use this indicator to open a long or short position? For a long position, first you're going to wait for the stochastic oscillator to go below the lower band. Once it happens, it indicates a pullback in a bullish trend. Once you have the pullback, you want the stochastic oscillator to come back over the lower band and cross above the red EMA. This crossover is indicating the end of a pullback and the beginning of a bullish trend continuation. So here you can open your long position, set your stop loss below the most recent swing low, and for your take profit, place it at 2.5 times the risk. For a short position, you're going to wait for the stochastic oscillator to go above the upper band. Once it happens, it indicates a pullback in a bearish trend. Once you have the pullback, you want the stochastic oscillator to come back below the upper band and cross below the red EMA. This crossover indicates the end of the pullback and the beginning of a continuation of the bearish trend. Now here you can open a short position, set your stop loss above the most recent swing high, and set your take profit at 2.5 times the risk. Now you might be wondering, how do I know if the market is in a bullish trend or a bearish trend? Well, to avoid subjectivity, you can add another indicator to your chart. Click on the Indicators tab, type EMA Trend Cloud and select it. Click on the indicator settings, then click on Inputs and change the fast EMA length to 50 and the slow EMA length to 200. Click on Style and uncheck the fast EMA and slow EMA checkboxes. Now you have this trend cloud in your chart that is composed of the 50-period EMA at the top and the 200-period EMA at the bottom. When the 50-period EMA is above the 200-period EMA, it indicates a bullish trend, and the space between these two EMAs has a green background. On the other hand, when the 50-period EMA is below the 200 EMA, it indicates a bearish trend, and the space between these two EMAs has a red background. This visualization makes it super easy for you to see when the market is in a bullish trend and when it's in a bearish trend. So now you understand exactly how this strategy works manually. But here's where it gets really interesting. Instead of watching charts all day and doing this manually, I gave this exact strategy to Claude and asked it to write me a full Pine script. So TradingView can automatically detect these signals for me. And this is the prompt I use. I'm going to show it on screen right now so you can copy it exactly. That's it. That's the full prompt. You paste that into Claude. I'm using Claude Code here. And within seconds, it spits out a complete working Pine script in a notepad file. Now, this exact prompt, along with the Pine script used in this video, is available in my private group. You can find the link down below. Once Claude is done, you will see a notepad file appear with the full Pine script inside. Open that file, press Ctrl+A to select all of the code, then Ctrl+C to copy it. That's everything you need. Now let's get it into TradingView. Open TradingView and go to any chart. I'll use Bitcoin again. At the bottom right of the screen, click on the Pine Editor tab. Once the editor is open, you'll see some default code in there. Just select all of it, delete it, and paste in this Pine script code. Now click Add to Chart. That's the button at the top of the Pine editor. TradingView will compile the script and apply it directly to your chart. And there it is. You can see the buy and sell signals automatically plotted right on the candles. Green triangles for longs, red triangles for shorts, everything firing exactly the way we set it up manually. Now, once you've dialed it in and you're ready to set up alerts so you never miss a move, click the alarm clock icon at the top of TradingView or right-click one of the signal shapes. Select Add Alert and set your conditions. TradingView will notify you the moment a signal fires, straight to your phone. So instead of staring at the screen for hours waiting for a cross, the code is doing all the heavy lifting for you. The moment all your conditions line up perfectly, boom, you get an alert, you execute, and you're done. Now, if you want to take this even further and have a trade open automatically on your exchange the moment a signal fires, I've got you covered. I put together a private group where I share all of my use cases for Claude Code, from integrating it with Telegram, TradingView, and searching for whales on Hyperliquid. All automatically. Everything I showed you today, it's all inside the group. And I'm constantly adding new stuff, new strategies, new prompts, new integrations. Every time I build something new, it goes straight in there. The price is $79.99 a month. And honestly, when you think about what this actually is, the most cutting-edge AI trading setup available to retail traders right now, constantly updated with everything included. Inside, there is also a full agentic trading course, 2.5 hours, beginner to expert, no coding background needed. By the end of it, you will have your own AI trading system running live, something most retail traders do not even know is possible right now. $79.99 a month. One good trade covers it. And the first 100 members lock in that rate permanently. After that, the price goes up. The link is in the description. You genuinely cannot afford to miss this. And that's it, guys. That's how you take a simple strategy from the internet, hand it to Claude, get a working Pine script in TradingView, and refine it to make your own. No coding, no manual chart watching. If you want to see a full demo of how I trade using only my Telegram, the full demo of all use case on TradingView, and how I track the biggest trades of whales on Hyperliquid automatically, click the video popping on screen right now. And if you want the full step-by-step guide on how to build your own agentic trading system using Claude, that video is popping up on screen as well. Go and check that out next. If you found this useful, leave a thumbs up. It really does help the channel. Subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you in the next one.